So good afternoon everyone. So in the previous video we have already solved the theoretical part where we are studying the virtual work principle. Okay. Right now we are studying for three. Wherein we have already developed an equation for this, that is del f into delta f is equal to summation of del fi into d. So in the sum already we know that the formula for the equation d is nothing but FL upon d, or it can be written as take abbreviation as PL upon d. Okay. So in delta f this is nothing but I'll show you the diagram how to take this delta del f. Okay. So here final equation which we have derived is 1 into delta f summation of del fi. Instead of di I'll substitute this one fi li into ai here. That is fi li ai here. Okay. So in this delta f is nothing but it's a virtual force, or it can be also called as imaginary force which is going to disturb the equilibrium of the structure. The word itself is telling that virtual means it's a disturbing force which is going to disturb the equilibrium of the structure. Okay. So this method we are using to calculate the displacement of a joint. Okay. Now let us see in this what are the equation is there. We have to fulfill all this data from this structure. So there is a truss element here. It's a truss which is loaded with a point load of 20 kN at point B and 30 kN at point A. Okay. And in this problem we are told to calculate displacement at B. So at this point we have to calculate the displacement. So due to the application of these two external loads, what will be the joint displacement at B? This we have to calculate. Okay. Now let us go step by step. So this equation just we have to keep it in mind. So any truss problem, anything in the truss problem, this equation you have to keep it in the mind to analyze the truss for its displacement. Now, here first step is to remove original, or you can write actual loading and apply a virtual force at point B, because what we have asked here to calculate the displacement at point B. So whatever the imaginary load of virtual force we are going to apply, that will be applied exactly at the point B. Okay. So this figure I will put it as figure A. One more figure I will draw here. Similar diagram I am going to draw, and this is going to be. Okay. Now in this A, B, C, D, E. So in the presses we calculate axial force. In the previous equation I write the equation again. 1 into delta f is equal to summation of del fi into fi li to ai. Already we have derived this equation before. Okay. Due to this disturbing force here at B, I am going to apply the unit load of 1 kN, where I want to calculate my displacement, joint displacement. Okay, and this will work as capital delta F. So this is fulfilling your LHS. So this is delta F. Okay. So this already we have assumed that it's a virtual force which is 1 kilonewton. That is a unit load. We are taking it as 1 kilonewton. So only this equation finally this equation will come. Instead of that del F, I am putting this 1 here. 1 into delta F is equal to summation of delta. So because of this disturbing force, there is a member force which is developing inside the structure. It is disturbing the whole structure. This whole structure. Okay. So in this, axial forces will develop. Axial forces will develop. It may be tension or it may be compression. So there is a method called method of joints to calculate these axial forces inside the member due to the application of any external load which is acting at the joint. Okay. Now, by using the method of joints, okay, we are going to calculate all the member forces due to the application of this 1 kilonewton virtual force. That is the imaginary force. This is nothing but this is called as a imaginary force. Okay. Now, method of joint for the diploma students, as they have requested in the meeting, so they have not studied this in diploma. So again, in this problem only I am going to explain how this method of joint is going to take place. So first step in this, what we do is we consider all the members in truss are in tension force. Okay. Tension force means, see, say joint A. Tension means expansion. Compression means contraction. Okay. When something contracts, say this body is there. If I apply this type of force, what is going to take? It is going to contract with some amount. Okay, it is going to contract. This is called as a compression force. Okay. One more element I will take. If I provide this type of force, what is going to happen here? It is going to expand here. This is called as a tension force. In the same way, we don't know, because we have not analyzed anything. We know only that there is an imaginary force of 1 kilonewton which is acting at a point B, and because of this 1 kilonewton load, I don't know all these members are going under tension or under compression. So initially what we are doing, you can assume all members are in compression also, no issue. So if I break this line, say AB, so how to give the arrow mark, because arrow is playing very important role in giving the sign convention. Okay. So if I want to say this AB is going under tension, so this is what the arrow I am using. Okay. This means if I cut this in between, think of joint A and joint B. Okay. Tension means away from the joint. Tension means away from the joint. Compression means same diameter I want to draw, but this is for the tension. This is for the compression. Okay. Again I will divide this body into two parts, A, B. Compression means towards the joint. Compression means arrow will be towards the joint. So this is what the fundamentals you have to keep it in mind while giving the arrow when you consider compression or tension. Okay. Now next is, I am assuming all the members are in tension. So away from the joint, away from the joint. But when you see, it looks like it is going under compression. So students get confused in this. So just think of joint. Away from the joint is tension, towards the joint is compression. So away from the joint. This is what the arrow I am using to give. So I am assuming initially that these members are in tension. Okay. So if after solving, if I get positive answer, means whatever the assumptions I have done, that is correct. Okay. If answers are not coming positive, it is coming negative, then it indicates that the assumptions what I have done is wrong for the particular do that. Theoretically, it will not understand. So method of joint means what? You have to go joint by joint. If you understand this one concept, again for the real structure also we have to adopt the same process. Okay. Now see, I'll consider joint A. I am considering this joint first. I am considering joint A first. Okay. So I'll put here joint A. So A is connected with how many members? A is connected with AB. A is connected with point B. A is connected with point B. So I can give these names as F, AB, and this is also connected with this. I can give this name as F, A. Okay, both I have assumed that they are moving away from the joint, that is they are in the tension force. Okay, let us see whether the assumption for AB and A is correct or not. If I get positive answer, they are correct. If I get negative answer, means they are in the opposite direction. This is what the adoption we have to do here. Okay. Now, there are two things. We have three equations of equilibrium. One is summation of Fx, summation of Fy, and summation of, how many are there? There are three equations of equilibrium. By using these three equations of equilibrium only we have to solve this. Okay? Fx means purely horizontal, Fy means purely vertical. Movement is nothing but it may be in terms of bending or rotation at the joint. Okay? Now, if any force is having some inclination theta, okay, I cannot analyze this member by keeping it inclined only. This inclined force has to be converted into two components. One will be horizontal component, another one will be vertical component. Okay. Now the question comes how to analyze this. So I will just tell you one simple shortcut I will tell you here. Now see, this force is there. Okay. Right there Fx, right there Fy. In simple fundamentals we will understand. See, I keep my pen here. If your inclined force is rotating towards the theta, here's the theta, towards the theta, like this. Towards the theta means this will give me Fx component as F cos theta. If it bends or rotates towards the theta, it is cos theta. If it is rotating away from the theta, means it is F sin. Okay, this fundamental you have to keep it in mind. Again, one more diagram to make it more clear. Simple, I am telling, I cannot analyze this type of truss or any structure by keeping the force inclined. This force has to conform with your all three equations of equilibrium. Okay, it says that it is vertical, horizontal, vertical, and bending or rotational movement. Okay, so this is the inclined force. Inclined force has to be resolved into two components. One will be x component, that is horizontal component, and another will be y component, that is the vertical component. So I will keep same here. I will just remove this theta because students go wrong again in taking this sin theta and cos theta. Okay, now instead of putting theta here, I am putting theta here. So this force is inclined with the vertical. So this is Fx and Fy. Now see, Fx is nothing but it's a horizontal force, and this is vertical. This is for the diploma kind I am telling because the other students they have already studied this in first year. Okay. So here see, now again I will keep my pen here. When I kept my pen here to make it horizontal, it was rotating towards the theta. So I said we take cos theta. Now if you see here, to make it horizontal, it is going away from the theta. So here it will become F sin theta, and Fy will become, it is towards the theta. Fy will become F cos theta. Now see the difference. Here Fy is f cos theta, here f sin theta. Here Fx is f cos theta, here Fx is f sin theta. So in this way, depending on the location of the theta, you have to decide whether the sin theta is going to come or cos theta is going to come. Okay. If you understand these two parts, it is very easy to analyze this because same these steps only have to repeat for all the joints. Now here what I want is this is the inclined force. So FAB is purely horizontal, but FA is an inclined force with some angle theta here. So how will you calculate theta? So for theta, I will consider triangle EAB, wherein I can apply tan theta is equal to tan theta is equal to this theta. So method of joints, right? So I am considering joint A, then I go to joint B, then I go to joint E, then I go to joint C. Just I want all the member forces in this truss. Okay. Now theta, how to calculate theta now? So theta will be tan theta is equal to perpendicular, that is EB divided by EB. So we have those lengths here. We know that it is 1.5 meter. It is 1.5 meter and this is 2 meter. 1.5 meter and 2 meter. Okay. Now what is EB? EB is nothing but 2 meter divided by 1.5. So tan theta I can write this like this. So theta will be tan inverse of 2 divided by 1.5. So I will write direct answer here because I have already calculated the answer. So tan theta is nothing but theta is equal to 53.1. So I have all the answers because it will take a lot of time for you to calculate here. So I have answers. Solve and add, you can write the answer. You can cross check with your calculator whether the answers are going correct or not. Okay. Now we got this theta as 53.13. In first step only you will understand. Now as I told you, you have to keep our equations of equilibrium and for the two-dimensional figure. Summation of Fx, summation of Fy and summation of Fy. So most of the times in the method of the joints, these two are enough to solve. But sometimes when we go to one more method is there to calculate the number of forces, that is method of section. There we want the number of forces will come. See, simple. Out of these three, one should be known value. Then it is possible to calculate two unknown values. If all three are unknown values, then it is not possible to solve. Okay, I will show you in the solution. Right. Now one by one. So what is that first one? Summation of Fx. You apply summation of Fx is equal to 0. You will take sign convention normally. Right side positive, left side negative. Okay. Now only you have to think of horizontal forces here. Okay. Simple, I will tell you this is going to come 0, this is going to come 0 because there is no force applied at joint A or no other forces there in this structure. All are unknown only. Okay. So finally FA and FAB is going to 0, but still I am taking this. Now see FAB. So in this portion if you see, this is going to be 0. This is going to be 0 because there is no load applied here. So FAB in the right hand side direction it is positive. See here it is in this direction it is positive. Now this you have to resolve. Plus because when you resolve this again I use my pen here. Okay. This inclined force can be made vertical and once it has to make horizontal because once we are using Fx, when you use Fx you make it horizontal, when you use Fy you make it vertical. Okay. Now see FAB plus FAE. Now what you are going to use cos theta or sin theta? Now see as I told you if it is towards the theta it is cos theta. FAE cos theta is equal to 0. Now in this equation if you see both are unknown here. So now I am now going to get the solution by summation of Fx. Okay. What I will do is it's a trial and error method. Okay. If you are not getting by Fx, you go for Fy. Still, if you are not getting by Fy, you go for mu. Okay. This is just trial and error method. So one solution if you get, put those solution or answers in the previous equation to get the other answers. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Okay. Now see, this is a horizontal force, so we are not going to consider this in Fy. Now see, once we have made this vertical horizontal, here it is cos theta. When you make it once you make it horizontal, it is equal FAE cos theta because towards the theta. Now if I want to make it vertical, it is going away from the theta, so it will become only one force is there vertical, FAE sin theta. So one thing you have to keep in mind, always you have to keep sign convention in the mind. Upward I am considering positive, downward I am considering negative. So FAE sin 53.13. No other vertical force in this particular structure is equal to 0. Okay. So finally, FAE is going to be 0. As I told you, it is going to come 0. See, particularly there is no load in this left hand side portion, so obviously these members are going under 0 only. But still, there is this. Now FAE is put it in equation number 1. So from equation 1. We put this FAE value in this, we put this FAE value in this, so you will get FAB is equal to 0. Okay, so in this way you have to solve the by joint you have to joint. This is what the procedure we have to adopt. Let me consider after this, let me consider joint B. Now joint A is over, let me go for joint B. Now when I consider joint B, just put a dot here, first to write B. Okay, at B there is an imaginary force which I have assumed, that is 1 kilometer. Okay, point B is there. Now just think, to this point B, which all members are connected? AB is connected, to draw one line. BC is connected, to draw one line. Then again DE is connected, draw one line. Okay. Initially what we have assumed? We have assumed that all the forces are in tension. All the forces are in tension. Okay. So tension means what? It is away from the joint. So already we have calculated this FAB. In the previous step it has come 0. Unknown is FBC. I will give this name as FBC. One more is FDE. So both are away from the joint because we are considering what? All members are in tension. If I get negative answer, then my assumption is wrong. Okay. Now what we have to apply one by one. Once you draw the FBD, which is the three body diagram. Now you go with Fx, Fy and movement. That is equations of equilibrium you have to apply. First you apply summation of Fx is equal to 0. Okay, summation of Fx is equal to 0. Right side positive. Follow the procedure because sign convention is very important. So it is FBC. It is going which side? Right side. It is positive. Then FAB minus FAB is equal to any other horizontal force? No, only one. Two horizontal forces are there. No inclined force in this. Okay, is equal to 0. So this is already 0. So FBC will come as 0. So this number is also 0. Okay. Now let us go for summation of Fy is equal to 0. Second equation of equilibrium. So you have to try. If you are not getting answer with Fx, you go for Fy. You will get any one answer from this equation. Then you have to put the same answer in this previous equation so as to get the other member force. Okay. Now in the Fy, how many horizontal forces, vertical forces are there? First sign convention, upward positive, downward negative. Now see, 1 kilometer it is going downward. Downward is what? It is -1. Upward, FBE is upward. Upward is positive, and FBE is equal to 0. Okay. So finally FBE is equal to get 1 kilometer and getting positive answer. Means the assumption which I have done for the member B the member BE, I have assumed that it is in tension, and finally I am getting the positive answer, means my assumption is correct, means this is in tension. If I would have get minus answer here, then my assumption would have gone wrong. The direction will change here to compression. This is what the major thing we have to see in this. So if you go wrong in putting these arrows, your full answer will go wrong. Now this part is also over. So finally we got one more answer. Now we are known with this one. We have already calculated this one. We have already calculated this one. We have already calculated this one, and we have already calculated this one. So which all members are left now? Member this and member. And this is the support condition. This is not member. Okay, this is the support condition. Fixed cantilever truss type it is. Okay. So now we have to find ED and EC. Okay. So let us consider. I can consider joint C also. Okay, but not required. If I consider joint E, I can cover easily ED as well as EC. It is not mandatory that whatever the joints I am selecting, you have to select in that way only. But you have to select the joint in such a way that there should be at least one known value and two unknown values. Because we have only three equations of equilibrium. If you take one known value and three unknown values, it is not possible, because all three it is not possible to solve by this one. It is possible. Again, we have to go for different equations. It is not impossible, but it will become drastically. Now I'll consider joint E. I'll consider joint E. So first we write this E joint. Okay. To E, which all members are connected? Member AB is connected. So A is connected. To this E, EB is connected. This line is connected. To this EC is connected. This line is connected. ED is connected. This line is connected. So all these members are connected. Right? Already we have solved for A in the when we consider joint A, it is already 0. We have already calculated E, B. It has come as tension force F. 1 kN, which in the previous step only we have calculated this. We are having unknown value of F, EC and F, ED. So initially what we have considered, these two members, whichever the unknown members are there, they are lying under tension force. Okay, initially we have assumed. If we get a negative answer, then the assumption is wrong. It is in compression. Now apply our equations of equilibrium. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. So here one inclined force. Now we need to calculate this theta. Actually this theta is also same only. Theta is equal to 53.13. So how it is coming? So this theta is also 53.13. Like we have applied the tan theta. No? In the same way here also you can calculate this theta. How you can calculate this theta? So if you take triangle CED, apply tan theta is equal to perpendicular, that is BC, divided by base, that is ED. That is 2 divided by 1.5. So theta you will get it as tan inverse of 2 divided by 1.5. You will get the answer as 53.13. Okay. Now summation of Fx. Right side positive, left side negative. Okay. FED. First we will think of only horizontal forces. This is already 0, so no need to take this. FA. Okay, we can neglect this because it is already 0. FED is in right side direction, it will become positive. Now FEC is an inclined force. So FEC, when you consider x component, it will be resolved as a horizontal force. When you consider y component, it will be resolved as a vertical force. Now here FED, now we are thinking of Fx. How to decide whether it is going to become cos theta or sin theta? So initially only I have told, if it is bending towards the theta, it is going, it is cos theta. So it is, again if you resolve this, it is going in right hand side direction, plus FEC cos 53.13. 1 3. Okay, this will resolve the horizontal force. Any other force in this which is horizontal, it is already 0. If I resolve it as a vertical as well as horizontal, the value is going to remain 0 only. Okay, so FEC cos 53.13. so here in this thing, now both are unknown here. This is also unknown, this is also unknown. Okay, there is no known value. So let us go for summation of Fy is equal to 0. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Okay, I will go for summation of Fy now. Okay, now see, when you take this, consider plus, consider sorry, we are considering upward as positive, downward as negative. Okay, now you have to think only of vertical forces. Which all vertical forces are there? 1 kN, which is already calculated in the previous drawing, that is 1. So whether it is going to be plus or minus, it is going downward here. It is going downward here. The downward force is minus. One more force which is inclined. Already we have resolved once as horizontal. Now it's turned to resolve as a vertical. So now see, when we resolve it as a vertical, it is going away from the theta. It is going away from the theta like this. Okay, so away from the theta is what? Sin theta. So again, when you resolve like this, it is going to be a downward force. So it is minus. So minus FEC sin of 53.13 is equal to 0. So FEC, you will get it as, take 1 on that side. Okay, so it will become minus FEC is equal to 1 divided by sin of 53.13. So finally we will get answer as FEC is equal to minus, I have an answer, so I will give the answer FEC, you will get it as minus 1.25 kN. I am writing that answer, you can just cross check with your calculator. Okay, now take this as equation number 2, already we have used the equation and equation 1. So from equation 2, so this answer what you have got now, you just put it in this equation. So this will become FED. Now see, it is coming minus. Now it is coming minus here. Means the assumption which I have done for EC initially as tension force, it is wrong. Okay, it is what? It is under compression. That is towards the tube. Okay, this is what how you have to analyze. Fine. Now right now we are going to keep it like this only. Minus only you keep. Just write down this as a compression. Okay. If answer is 7 minus, it is compression. Now FED plus FEC already we have got. So plus, I have written plus here, but answer is minus. That is 1.25. See here. So as it is you have to keep it here because this equation we have developed as per our assumption. Okay, but answer is coming negative. So you keep it like this only. Just whatever the answer is coming, you keep it in minus cos 53.13 is equal to 0. We will get FED is equal to, just multiply this with this. Okay, you will get positive answer. So FED will get it as 0.75 kN. We are getting the positive answer, means it is in tension. So this was one part which we have done by taking one imaginary load. Then at point B, because in the problem statement what they have asked, calculate the displacement at point B. If they would have asked calculate the displacement at point A, this 1 kilometer would have come to same procedure we have followed. Same procedure. But one by one. If they ask A and B, then again you have to go once you have to apply at B. Again one more time you have to analyze with A. So like this you have to apply and you have to do. Simultaneously you cannot apply one kilometer at a time. So in the problem statement, they will ask only at one joint only. They may ask about B point or about A point. Okay. So wherever they will ask, they will put this imaginary load component. Okay. With the actual load, you have to the actual load. Again you have to repeat the same procedure. Now I will take this diagram and then I have to analyze the same procedure also. All member forces, everything remains same. So this part I am going to continue in the next video. Okay, thank you.